So if you're like me and you've bought a DEFU key cutting machine 238RS and you want to know how to use it to copy keys that look like this, first of all, don't buy this machine. It's not very good. Now, if you have bought the machine, you haven't really got a choice. My advice is, first of all, loosen these, take them right off, and swap these blocks around. So you've got the smaller, this is thicker here, and there's a version here that's a bit more discreet and it holds onto the key better. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to buy a new cutting disc, because the one that comes with it is really only for cutting keys that have square cutouts. And I can already see after one key that that's pretty seriously worn. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, the copy, left side, the original right side. You lower these guides, butt it up. You're going to find there is no better choice than by eye aligning it with the surface of the key. That slot, for example, and over here exactly the same thing. There is no mechanical limiter or anything like that. This is the only one to the noses of each key are matched. So we're going to move that back. My camera's bad at focusing here. And essentially, you're also going to have to sharpen this spade, which is used for detecting the contours of the key, because it's far too flipping wide. It's no good. So I just used sandpaper to bring it to a very fine point. You adjust that so that it's essentially at exactly the same point, touching there, for example, and there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move this thing in and to the right, so that the very fine cutting teeth, the very fine edge, can cut through it. And that'll get you a reasonably effective key copy. Be careful not to grind off the end of this nose here, because then the length of the key will be wrong when you try to put it in the lock. So I kept having problems aligning it with the front of the key against the guard. I think I need to just check that the butt here, the bit that sticks out, is actually touching the very edge of the cutting disc and the very edge of my spade here, because that's actually determining the position of the teeth in the lock when you shove the key in the lock. So I'm going to manually adjust the key I'm copying into position and then lock it. So I actually made these little tiny shims, 3D printed. They're 3mm high, 7mm long, and they fit very nicely in here. I've already put one in there, okay. So that the key is proud and level, and I get a good stable seat.